Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. We've got beans and corn and wheat a little bit lower overnight. I think the market's getting a little nervous about what the USDA could say on Friday as far as the yields based on August 1 crop conditions across the U.S. Overnight, the USDA rated the corn crop 74% good to excellent. That's down 2 percentage points from last week, and last year the crop was rated 70. We had corn drop ratings in Nebraska, Missouri, Indiana, and Ohio. As far as the average guess going into Friday's report, the yield is 170.6. July's USDA estimate was 168. That could increase the carryout in corn to about 2.2 billion bushels versus the government's 2.081. And even though prices are historically low, it could weigh on prices on Friday if the government confirms those numbers. They left the soybean crop at 72% good to excellent versus 63 last year. Average yield guess by the trade is 47.5 versus the USDA's 46.7. And it's interesting to note that the average guess for the carryout for 16 and 17 in beans is 316. The government was 290 in July. That also would be a bearish number, especially at these prices going into that report. They estimated that the 30% of the spring wheat crop is harvested versus 18 average, and it continued here some good yields, not great, but good yields across the northern plains. Overnight we had some rains in the southeast. 6 to 10 day, 8 to 14 day maps suggest above normal temps and normal to below rains except across the southern third of the country. So we got some heat coming in the next 2 days. We'll see if that impacts the soybean crop. Funds yesterday were buyers of beans, meal, oil, and corn. They sold a little bit of wheat. They continue to be long beans and meal, short corn and wheat going into this report. I did take a quick trip out into eastern Iowa and back in the last couple of days. Number one, the crop looks extremely uniform. Doesn't matter soil types, topography, farmer practices, corn and bean crops look great. A lot of the traders out there are looking for a record Iowa corn and soybean crop. It's interesting that Iowa State University is looking at temperatures, rainfall, and saying that actually the corn yield in Iowa could be below trend. So quite a big debate between what's there and maybe what's not there. Farmers are willing sellers of beans at these price levels, and they want to store as much corn as they possibly can at these price levels. And they're willing even to pay storage because they think that between now and next July, corn prices should rally from where it is today. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.